Come in, Aquarius. Let's see what the scribes and symbols have for you today. Hi, Aquas. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, my name is Steph. Today we are going to drop some ink. Shiver me timbers with my little pirate guy up there. Drop some ink in the Book of Blots to see what shapes and symbols may stand out and speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on some tarot and oracle, and where Mr. Ghost here is, we have Ghost Tube for any audio additions that may further add to our auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release freely. If you are new, welcome. What do you mean? If you are returning, welcome home. Your time, attention, and awareness is appreciated, and please know that your presence and perspective is powerful. I love you. Let's go. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready, girls? My pirate is now my bookmark. Here. Heaviest bookmark in the world. Aquas, you know the drill. We are here to create a portal to perceive and less worrying about making a masterpiece. If this part is not your jam, that's cool. You can fast forward through. I hope that you are doing well, Aquas. I trust that you know you can go to the description box to get the link to GhostTube if you're interested in. No affiliation. If you'd like to watch the extended via a Vimeo visitor, or if you're part of the Secret Her Society, where you get everything. Ooh la la. I want to stay. You're welcome to stay right here, but you don't have to, no pressure. Also, you know that you can comment below what you see, sense, or feel as your insights do deepen the reading. You can drop an emoji. Any interactions with the channel is appreciated. Aquas. Alright. I'm going to get in here. Little Frankenstein face going on there. How you guys doing, Aquas? I hope you're feeling well. Sorry if this silence is unnerving. It's not meant to be. Enjoy it. The Steph silence. You guys, I feel like you're really working with the earth element, communicating with earthly expressions, bodies. Channels of opportunity, creation, anything in and around that lines, anything that is earthly expressed. I feel like you guys have quite the connection to, as though you could say you're having conversations with maybe telepathically. I'm not. You're here with us, with the Aquarian Collective. Alright, Aquas, when you're ready, if you'd like to join me in opening up and closing the eyes, we'll take a nice deep breath first. Let's not be ridiculous and rush the process. I'm very silly in your reading. Let's take a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of the Aquarian Collective. Thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. Alright, there you go. If you would like to take a screenshot so you can go scry yourself. I said that like, go scry yourself. I'm so sorry. Aquas. Get feisty, eh? I like it. I like it though, because it's very humorful. If you would like to scry in your own time, by all means. Personal use only, though. Do you see, what is that? Right in here. Charlie's Angels? And it's like Charlie's the higher self. Maybe the name Charlie also means something to you. Higher self. Something about
I'm trying.
Action. Action air. See, this is the feeling I was getting upon opening. Action and air, action being the earthly expression, but there's a lot of movements in the mind, but it's connecting with or communicating with consciousness of earthly expression. So very akin to maybe even like psychometry, or reading palms. Maybe even at work you can pick things up, and like blessing food or gratitude. You are communing and communicating with earthly expressions. If the mind is busy, I'm also hearing that you can work with a certain, even like just a regular river rock. It doesn't have to be anything fantastical like a sparrow bird. Sometimes the most ordinary appearing things can fly very much so undetected to get some very deep things done. So you can ground into like almost like a worry stone, or maybe a crystal that you're connecting with to commune with, to help whatever it is that you are personally working with or through. So aqua is what's also coming through. I have to take a moment here to wrap my head around it. Oh, for heavens and hot dogs, what is going on here? Thank you. I just need a little bit of a lip. Can we share? Thank you.
Why did you come?
So the way I'm hearing this is more so from a collective space. So
44.
If the air element's really loud, however that might be coming through in frequencies or waves, radio, TV, whatever the case may be, maybe even just your sensitivity. And in regards to the theme of action and whatever actions you're going to take personally, but this is about the collective energy, and I'm not poo-pooing the collective or judging it. This is about you choosing which of those energies, emotion, egregores, to step into. Because once you like tether your air to their action, I see it can like easily funnel. Not saying that one can be controlled, but you can just get caught up in it really easily. And then it's like you're feeling a sort of way. And it's like, why am I feeling a sort of way? But it's the action of, I'm going to call the others, foregoing the interconnected nature of all things, understanding, but still having personal responsibility and accountability to be like, that action that I'm viewing, the emotion that's being encouraged or charged is maybe not where you want to put your air in. And maybe you're just very discerning of this. I don't necessarily want to say it's a feeling of repellent, but I do feel like you're very sensitive into the repellents. If it makes you feel a certain kind of way, and you're like, is this mine? It's almost very akin to like empathic nature. Like, is this mine? Like, why am I suddenly so or so happy? It doesn't always have to be negative, but the negatives do stand out as beautiful, loud communications for us. Anyway, so you get the gist. So I'm going to step back into you and keep scrying here, because I'm seeing this earthly energy that's almost like, come here. Come here.
How are you?
But you've got this Charlie's Angels vibe going on. Excuse me. There's also a little plushy green dinosaur in here. I don't know if the lighting will allow it to come through. He's like, hi. Hi, Aquas. I feel like this is almost like a stuffy or a stuffed animal of you. It might also be for some a pet dragon. Yeah, absolutely. Yoshi. I don't know why I had to lean into that. Yoshi from Mario Brothers. Your higher self, somebody specifically as well, if this message is for one, thank you for holding space for them to receive it. The message is for one, how do I say? Somebody is in heaven. They have a baby with them. So I don't know if it's the baby or the person. But very, very high level heaven. I don't even know. But hopefully you understand what I'm saying. For others, the good others, you, the others, if that message isn't for you specifically. My condolences if you have somebody in the heavens, baby or elder, because they do have a hat on. I'm going to go into a few different directions here that rabbit holes are opening up. So one, I feel as though my higher self is like Charlie's angels, and I'm really trying to draw the understanding for, I can just see the speaker being a very good puppet master. This isn't a puppet master in the malicious way that we would perhaps, like I just did, associate very quickly to. This is pulling the strings to put people, places, and things in my path, direction, awareness for me to see things and to decide if I would like that opportunity. And it's almost like I get the call to go, when to make action. Aquas, there's very much, oh, that was a weird thing, almost like bite your tongue. Maybe I'm not supposed to say that. Okay. Okay, I'll go about it that way. So what I'm seeing here is now where this woman's face is. It doesn't have to be feminine, just feminine energy within oneself. Doesn't matter, do what you like. There is a wizard here. She is like, has the wizard in her hand and they're talking. So it's almost like masculine and feminine. I'm getting almost as if an opinion from, no, it's not an opinion, because that's a low vibe way of communicating. This is conversing with another aspect of myself that is like if the proverbial puppet master of sorts, in a good way, has one string on each. It's like masculine and feminine, and they are talking. The best way to proceed given the opportunities and the choices that are presented. There's still something else I want to say, but for some reason, like, I'm afraid to say it because it's going to make my, like, do that weird thing again. It's fine. It's fine. The best way I can say it is, what is Charlie's angel about? Like, who are they? And even though it's the three ladies, if I recall, look at that as a state of oneness of a trifecta, Mother, Maiden, Crone, also with the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So, or apply any other trifecta that may feel good. I try and keep it simple because I get all constipated. What do they do? What is their role in reality? What is their aim? What is their agenda? And again, in a good way, maybe here. What is the intention? What's the intention of Charlie and Charlie's Angels? I'm not sure. I absolutely don't know. But that's, without me having to say something, that's kind of at least a question I can consider that would possibly inspire one to lead to maybe your own intentions or aim, whatever fashion channel, personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic that you might be working with. Okay, I'm going to go down the other rabbit hole for a second. I'm still up here. I'm seeing this as Freddy Krueger. When you were a baby, some of you might have felt that there has just been some form of nightmare. Maybe just being incarnate has been nightmarish. The people, the others that you've been surrounded by, the whirling wind of unstable emotions, or this, you know, again, I want to say Greg words, it seems to be a big word in your reading, of energies that just seem to like take over things, and yet it's like my dreams with Freddy Krueger, if I recall, he goes into dreams and just in like tickling with these knivey fingers, and it's like tee hee 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 hee, and really you're none the wiser in that space, because I feel like I'm friends with Freddy Krueger. I'll be very honest, I feel like I'm friends with Freddy Krueger in here. However, I feel like that, see, again, there's like, I feel like I want to say things without saying them. It makes my teeth feel weird. I don't know if it's like a grin and bear it, a portion of your life through other people. Maybe it's the job environment you're in, your parents or family dynamics. And I'm not trying to bring about any sort of sob story, because to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like, to be honest with you, it feels like statistics, but I want to say like statistics. Dry data. You're like, this is just factual. I don't get the sensation that there's a whole lot of emotion to it other than a dryness, to be like, they just were who they were. And it sucked at times. But I don't know how to explain this. Either you've overcome something so significantly that I can't even find words to honor how, it's like that saying, the people that are the kindest or the calmest, whatever the case is, I'm butchering it, but hopefully you know. Recently, some of them have been through some severe circumstances, and for them to be kind, for you to still have positivity in your heart for people, the planet, for all that is, it's almost in a weird way that makes me feel like why you're friends with Freddy Krueger, because you can see, it's not like you're ignoring that he's Freddy Krueger, don't get me wrong, but your innocence, your purity has always remained pure and can't be tainted by anyone else's air, as long as you don't step into it. I feel like once there's a stepping into it, come here, you're in it. That's pooping out. Spirit box or spirit app is pooping out selenite for you. Anyway, hopefully I didn't butcher that. There is a large, very, very, very large ogre. This ogre is, I know nothing about ogres, but they're just large in that capacity. Has lifted, like I'm holding, can you give me this rock? If this was you at a stage, is lifting you up to the next place. Again, it's like this ogre, or if you can imagine any character from like Sesame Street. Is there a big purple guy? Maybe Grimace from McDonald's. Doesn't really matter. Think something like that would almost be frightening to see, but they're your friends. What is that? 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 Where the wild things are. It's like helping put this energy, you, up on the next peg. There's somebody else there.
Tom.
This energy right in here that is friends with this ogre-like being, who, by the way, not to be dramatic, has kind of taken its own beating for helping you, which is weird. This isn't physical by any means. Of course, this is symbolic, but it's like with the fish bunker. Like, I feel like I'm in a cartoon over here. Like, it's almost ridiculous. The ogre doesn't even bat an eye. Like, this ogre is like just this big, friendly giant. If your purple heart is in it. Purple heart. You might also have somebody, is it military or something along that lines? Also somebody that protected and served. There's also somebody using like a Theragun. It's funny that this card has come up, illusion, or hydromancy. I was actually seeing myself like in a spa as I was seeing like the Theragun getting a back massage. So maybe spending some time, self-care, soothing, water reflection. Do you know what? I feel as though I'm very much so in a cartoon here, but it's really good for me, so thank you. with this hydromancy card, with like this bowl of water, maybe you're working with the water energy, water spirit. It's a very, but it's also emotion. But I feel like when I follow your air and water elements of Aquarius, or air moving into water, whatever the case is, and then like rains down on earth and is captured in these containers, beautiful, to reflect upon. Now, but somehow it's symbolizing the emotions of these containers. Now, I don't know if this is people at your job, if this is on TV, radio, because again, Charlie's Angel, I believe he speaks through that radio. So we never really know who's talking, right? When I wander into your personal energy, it's your higher self. When I wander into the collective where they might think their Charlie is their higher self, collectively I feel like, or at least a portion of somebody, you're like, I feel like you know it's not. You're like, somebody has like interrupted that connection and they are acting as Charlie, but they are not Charlie. So maybe like false frequencies, that all this, because the emotions that are rising from it tell you this is not how it works. So when I'm reflecting in this water, it's almost as if I can, you as a guest in your aura, Aquas, calm myself down if I'm wrapped up in other airs, emotions that want my attention and action, or are feeling me to inspire. They're inspiring a certain feeling in my aura to jump on their action. Anyway, okay, you get to take this moment and kind of reflect. It's really impressive. I haven't even added on any cards. Okay. You also have a very tall millipede, caterpillar. They have a bunch of hands. They're golden, and they're all clapping for you. They're all clapping for you. Messages, feathers. Again, if anything is standing out to you, please follow that. There's also like a big old brontosaurus here. Something about a lifetime.
Agreed.
I don't know if it felt, maybe it's this lifetime that just felt Jurassic. Like just, again, these big energies, or at least they're projecting themselves to be really large around you. I feel like it's a bunch of insecurity that has compiled, fears and worries that has compiled around you. But this doesn't feel like now per se, but I feel like you do have a heightened sense when like warnings, they go off and you're like, oh, I've seen this before, and I'm not going to get in on this. Is that helpful? All right, Aquas. Let's add on a lucid dreaming.
Virgo.
Lucid dreaming card. On the bottom is sleep on it. And it's kind of like this reflection space I was talking about. Like you get to draw from your mind, put it all in this pool with your emotions to reflect, sleep on it before you apply action. Somebody's purity, if this has been a question or was in question, your innocence, the flame was always burning. It was never put out. It was never put out. And it is growing as well, because it's kind of like what you do. Purify. Okay. Final cards for Aquas before we go to the extended. Whether you're going to join us through the Secreter Second Tier Society or visit us through Vimeo one time. Co-author. This is that whole kind of puppet master, pick in your own brain, but see how she is like so feels so good. Maybe even some of you are going to therapy, like it feels good to talk, get it out into this pool and then flush it out. Maybe you're swimming. Something about water very much so is coming through, so that your earthly experience is a lot more fluid for you, almost like to move around like air. And I come back to the spa feeling with like the Theragun, or like that massagey thing, and indie head massage or acupuncture, acupressure. Sorry, a woman just stepped forward here as well. I don't enjoy her. Give me a moment. I feel like I want her to either like me or accept me, but she's got a mask on. She might just be very sad and can't show it for one reason or another. Levels of lucidity. This is you guys.
You're welcome.
Your levels of the planes of perception of the many minds. It's like air as it stands being filtered, or impurities, something in the air. There is something in the air that night, the stars were bright, Fernando. But you get to come out in this state of calm before you choose. 3 could be also very important to you. No? Okay. And then last but not least, we have here gaining mastery with underneath it pointed focus. This is what we've been talking about. This. I love it. Okay. What I want to do is, you see how this pointed focus card against 30, another 3? I kind of want to place like this big old tree in this space here.
There is.
And gaining mastery over there's that collective I was talking about. I don't know what they're doing, good, bad, or ugly. It's not for me to judge. You know if it's something you want to get involved with. You know, you might go through a process of purifying, eliminating pros and cons, whatever the case is, before you decide to proceed. But there's a moment, this moment, where you have a pointed focus. Maybe they're emitting something and you're like, oh, what is this? But you stop and get a perspective, because it's like even this eye is over this tree in this ecliptical kind of energy, and that's the Charlie you talk to. They're
undecided.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know how to explain it without being it's like your Charlie and their Charlie are different. I don't know how else to say that. You're very focused. When you choose a door, when you choose through your levels of lucidity, because there is like a door here and there's a person like really close up. When you do decide to step forward to something, that's unknown to me. I can't see that, but you know. Yay. Okay.
Where are you?
Aquas, I'm going to head on over to the flip side, to the other side, and we're going to scry it. If you're joining us, great. If not, I love you. Thank you. And I will see you again soon. Bye. Cutting the deck for Aquas before we head over. Confirmation, shooting star, dreams, incubation. Confirmation.